Hello everyone, welcome to another motovlog on my channel. My name is Marshall3498, and on today's motovlog is going to be motorcycle related as usual on my channel, and that topic is what is the perfect back discovery route, or BDR, not route, sorry, motorcycle. And in my opinion, it's a dual sport, whether it's a 300 LS like I'm riding, which is a gray 300L, the low seat model, or if it's a DR 650, or if it's a 690, or if it's a Husqvarna 701. To me, you know, like, especially if this is a second bike, like I have a big sport touring bike, an FJR at home in the garage, and that's, you know, the one that I ride the most. This is a second bike for fun and going on, you know, little short rides, and you know, a lot of the BDRs, and like doing the tat and stuff like that, even though I haven't done the tat. That would be fun. But anything that, you know, where you're going to be on 2-lane back roads a lot and be on off-road riding a lot, the little dual sports are really hard to beat. Any of them for that matter, especially the Japanese ones, because parts availability, accessories, or farkles, as some people like to say, kind of don't really care for that word. To me, it sounds kind of dumb. Look at everybody on my side of the road. It's great. It's like, I don't need to hold lane. You could just, you know, come over here on the yellow part a little bit. I don't care. Oh, I hate people sometimes. But, you know, these bikes are, they're really great at that kind of stuff, I think, and it's really where they shine is, you know, on your exploring events and back roads, and like if you just want to turn down there to see where that road goes right there, like you have no idea, but you'd like to find out. If you have to turn around, that much easier on a smaller, lighter dual sport than a big touring bike, or even like, you know, a sport naked or something like that. Because a lot of the dual sports, especially the Japanese ones, are, most of them are 350 pounds or under, or maybe just barely 400 instead of like 500 or 600. And it just makes the bike more enjoyable. You know, you can pretty much just kind of shift your weight side to side, or a little tiny bit of counter steer, or a little bit of lean, and the bike just falls over. And, you know, they get better gas mileage in a bigger bike too, so that lowers operating costs, even though everything else in motorcycling is far more expensive than it is, you know, anything else. Everybody talks about riding a motorcycle is cheap. No, not really, because riding gear is expensive. Tires are fairly expensive depending on which one you go for, and they don't last 20,000, 25,000 miles like they do in a car or more. They last like 5,000, sometimes 10,000, but it kind of depends on the bike you're riding and the tire you've got on it. But you know, they're just a lot of fun to ride. I've really enjoyed having this 300 LS that you know, I've only had about 8 months. It's taken some getting used to the lighter weight, I will say, but kind of once I got used to it, it's a lot of fun. It's a very playful little bike that you don't really care about like the speed you're going. You're just out exploring and riding for the ride, and nothing else, nothing more. And that's what makes them so great. You know, a lot of the Japanese dual sports too, if you take them on a long trip and they get, you know, some plastic broke, stuff like that, a lot of them, especially the Japanese one, like I said, you can replace the plastics really cheap for just a couple $100 and have all brand new plastics. Or, you know, you can put, if you're worried about getting scratched up, you can just put some clear film on it at home, take all the panels off, kind of do it just a clear wrap, and then when it gets scuffed up, just peel the wrap off and put new on. A lot of these stuff with these dual sports, there's so many accessories and parts availability. You can accessorize them till you're blue in the face, and that's kind of another fun thing about a dual sport. Whether you buy it new or used, you can kind of make it into what you want out of the bike. I've done a little bit of that so far, but I'm not done an excessive amount of mods. But they're great little bikes, and they really are a lot of fun. I kind of like, when I was shopping for the middleweight ADV bike, I thought, why would anybody want something that underpowered and, that off-road based and, all that kind of, compromise? Why wouldn't you just go with a bigger bike? Well, with my KTM 890, the one time I took it off-road, I found out, wow, real quick. There are a handful off-road if you're not an off-road rider, like if you didn't grow up riding dirt bikes and stuff like that. They can be of a handful. Can you still ride them and have fun on them if you know what you're doing? Absolutely. Is it a little hard to do versus a dual sport? Yeah, you can say that by a lot. But they're a lot of fun, and I've really enjoyed this little Honda so much so far, and still enjoy riding it a lot. But gotta love traffic. That's why a lot of times I go on the back roads when I'm motovlogging, because I don't have to deal with as much traffic, and it makes it way more fun, for sure. But that's all I've got on today's motovlog. I was just going to share my opinion, see if everybody thinks that dual sport is the kind of the best, off-road based traveling bike, or riding, all your mid-Atlantic BDRs and all that stuff. But on that, guys, ride safe and have fun. We'll see you on the next one. See ya.